Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Jenny, and I have a new book to share with you today. It's called The Cookie Store Cat. Can you say it with me? The Cookie Store Cat. And it's written by Cynthia Rylant. Remember, this is your title page. Yes, you're right. This is your title page. There is a cookie store cat who spends his day in the most delicious way. He sleeps in a little gray bed at the back of the cookie store, and each morning around 6 a.m. the cookie bakers come to wake him and kiss him and tell him hello. They tell him he is sweeter than any cookie they have ever baked. They tell him he is prettier than marzipan. They brag that he is a gumdrop jam. One of the bakers found the cookie store cat many years ago. At 6 a.m., he was unlocking the door of his cookie store as usual when he heard a thin squeak behind him. Ew. He turned around and saw two big green eyes in the tiniest, skinniest, hungriest kitten's body. Meow. The oldest baker was a soft-hearted man, and he scooped the kitten up and carried him inside, where the bakers fed the kitten real cream and a bite of cookie dough. That day they bought a bag of cat food and a little gray bed and a white dish, and said, "Kitty," a little white dish that said "Kitty" on it. And they made the cat their own. And now, after so many years, the bakers cannot remember ever being without a cookie store cat. Kitty, Kitty. After the bakers gave him his morning kisses each day, the cookie store cat rises up and he stretches and rubs against the baker's legs as they whip up their orange and maple and mocha frosting. He purrs. He is a good cat. He is a good cat, and he never jumps up on their baker's table. No, no. In a little while, he lets himself out through the wooden screen door, painted with cherry drops and gingerbread men, and he walks along the street saying, "Good morning to all the shopkeepers." Fish trains. Who come early to work? So he said, "Good morning to all the shopkeepers who come early to work." His favorite is the fish shop owner, of course, but he is also fond of Yarn Lady and the model train man, and he very much enjoys the bookshop people. Bookshop people. Books, yarn, after his morning hellos, the cookie store cat returns to the place he loves best of all. He lets himself in through the wooden screen door and jumps up to the through the sunny window to sleep beneath the chocolate chip cookie signs. The chocolate chip cookie sign. Chocolate chip cookie sign. The cookie store cat has many friends. Every Monday of every week, Father Eugene stops by for a cup of Irish coffee and 3 Scotch chewies. He pets the cookie store cat and tells him all about the new baby in the parish, or the bingo game he called, and the old maple in the churchyard that needs pruning. The cookie store cat purrs. He's a good listener. After school, every day, the children come. They carry Cookie Store Cat on their shoulders, and they cradle him like a baby and pass him one to one, scratching the top of his head as they ordered up their caramel clusters and ginger creams, their bachelor buttons, and frosty fruit squares. The children sit outside the store with bags of cookies and boxes of milk, and the cookie store cat rubs his nose with theirs and bats at their pencils and licks drops of milk from their fingers. Christmas is the most wonderful time of all. The bakers wear aprons decorated with candy canes. They fill their shelves with jingle bell puffs, snowballs, and chocolate Christmas bonbons. They give away free Santa Claus faces to every child. The cookie store cat wears a big red bow. every day in December, and the bell on it makes him jingle when he walks. So the cookie store cat wears a big red bow every day in Christmas, and the bells on it make him jingle when he walks. He is so beautiful and jingles so nicely that he talks of the town, that he is the talk of the town. On Christmas Day, when the store is closed, the old baker, the one who found him, comes to have turkey dinner with him. Winter passes, and spring and summer and fall, and the cookie store cat knows just where he belongs. At the end of each day, he knows that one of the bakers will fill a big bag of cookie to take to the children's home, and another will sweep up all of the crumbs from the floor, and another will wash the fingerprints from the cherry drops on the wooden screen door. He knows that the old baker, the one who found him, will lift up his favorite cat and kiss him and tell him he is sweeter than a frosted cream, prettier than a cinnamon sugar plum. The baker will put real cream in the white kitty bowl and will carry the cookie store cat to his little gray bed. Then the old baker and the other bakers will go home, shutting softly the door behind them. And the cookie store cat will sleep in sweet dreaming all night long. And then, of course, in the morning, the bakers will be back. The end. And here are some very delicious recipes if you want to make with your mommy and daddy. Gingerbread man, gumdrop gems,